for April 7th, Tuesday, 2020, excuse me, 3 p.m. Eastern. You would think that in all of our abilities as a civilization, imagine, and that word imagine, imagination, literally our imagination, in fact, man is all imagination. We have natural abilities, natural state of being abilities. Now, obviously, a lot of us realize that we've been trained for a very long time. And so it is a little difficult for us to maneuver out of this entire construct, literally, all of it. And to be able to realize that we, all of us, have the power, a natural state of being power. And it's interesting how things are constructed to switch us in different directions, almost seamlessly, so that we stay away from our natural state of being in the area of being able to create anything we choose. And when we don't have everything connected, at least from the ego mind to the heart mind, and the connection with our God within, we find a situation with the civilization. And it is in it creates, but yet not fully aware of its ability to create. It has imagination, but not fully aware of just how powerful the imagination is. So it's kind of like putting the pieces together in order for whatever it is you're building to work correctly. The universe is a vibrational frequency. Pure consciousness creates the universe. We're part of pure consciousness. We all are pure consciousness. We were literally created out of pure consciousness, source creation, whatever you want to label it. So, when we tap into the highest energetic vibrations of the universe, we're not talking about the low ones, the medium ones, but the high ones. You find a space in your inner world. And this space is a very powerful experience when you get there. And it will literally change your life. It is this room, some people call it a brilliant red light room, or a green, or it just depends on the colors, cobalt blue, but it's filled with the greatest light, where all souls come to meet and create new agreements and situations here on earth. Now, in this room, you literally can create into reality anything. You can manifest a successful business deal. You can even attract an exciting new relationship. Whatever you deem through your massive, phenomenal imagination. And imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions, and Albert Einstein said that. And when you create into reality out of the clear blue, coming from deep within you, the room where you create everything, where you meet others who create. You see? Now, if you have an engine in a vehicle and it doesn't operate correctly, it's going to burn more fuel, it's going to pollute more, it's just not going to be efficient. Something's wrong. It needs to be fixed. Okay? We have to be, we choose to be the mechanics and the electricians in order to make sure that we are running at optimal levels. And by doing this, we go into ourselves, into the kingdom of God, into many different avenues, arenas that are within us. And when you go within, I'm talking about, for instance, when Buddha would sit for days with his eyes closed, not moving, in a total, another place, not the physical. And a lot of those who have ascended into these spaces within, they have left behind the external world. They leave behind the external world. They literally disconnect from it. They go into a deep silence and understanding of who and what they are. They understand that they are the God, that they are the creator, that they are source creation, that they are pure consciousness. They understand this. They get to they move, they choose to move themselves to a reality of existence and move themselves into pure consciousness. And once they become in pure consciousness, then they're able to move beyond the consciousness, the pure consciousness. There's always another step. There's always another stair step that you take or don't take. And when you say, you look at it, it's not your work to make anything happen. It's not our work, okay, to make anything happen. It is our work, however, to dream it and let it happen. We don't let it happen, okay? And when we don't let it happen, it means that we block it. And we block it because we're confused and because we are not knowledgeable enough to know who and what we are. So to know that we are truly embrace the understanding, the fact that we house the kingdom of God within us. It is the soul, the spirit, the God within us, the frequency, the energy that these bodies hold within them. It is divine perfection. It is pure consciousness, energy, frequency that these bodies house. These bodies are frequency, energy. So you begin to realize that how I've had some people say, how far can I go? Is there any limit? Only what your ego mind dictates to you is the only limit. Well, then that means that I'm able to still the ego mind eventually. Then I'm limitless. I can, exactly. And if I'm not afraid of my imagination and I allow my imagination to flourish, then there's no limit. Exactly. Every subatomic particle of energy, matter, in the universe is connected to every other particle by a kind of holographic energetic matrix. Now, each of us can change the behavior. We can change the behavior. If you viewed in the quantum realm and beyond, and you viewed particles moving, you would witness these little, smaller than the tip of a pin, smaller than a grain of sand, much smaller, you would see that they had a conscience, because they would decide the direction that they would go. And you can change their behavior by directing your attention, feelings, and thoughts. Can you picture for a moment in your heart minds that these little, minute particles in hyper-quantum existence of subatomic, that you, any of us, can change the behavior of these quantum particles by directing our attentions, our feelings, and our thoughts. Now, this is very important for all of us, because you'll see. Now, this means that when you see and feel something happening, when you see and feel something happening in one part of the universe, you're actually directly impacting the quantum particles in another part of the universe. This happens because everything is intertwined and energetically connected. And all of us, each of us, you are always impacting the quantum particles around you. Always. There is no exception. So the real question is, are you or are we projecting these particles into the thoughts of what we desire or want or don't want? And our thoughts literally draw real and solid things from the multiple possibilities involved in our entire existence. Melody Evans. What is the key to creating outrageous outcomes in our life? What is it? It depends on the vibrational state at which our body-mind is vibrating at. So the positive energy, the higher frequencies, and vibrations available to us in the deep space within, in the blue room, or the red room, or the green room, or the white room. Many people have described the colors differently. So, are far beyond that which we'll find here on Earth. And the light etheric blue energy that emanates from this truly magical place is healing, inspiring, and empowering. Do you know what it is? It is the center of the God that you are. That's where we go. That's what this journey is about. It is the center, the very nucleus of the God that you are. And this is a massive space that you enter. And it is alive with the highest particles of frequency. And it automatically improves the current of energy flowing through your body, which in turn opens up any situations that may be stuck in your life. And the ride to discover this room is an adventure in itself, and it will fill you full of the highest vibrations in the universe. And just walking through the door allows you instant access to feelings of abundance, joy, and freedom. And when you step in to the solid gold floor of this room, you'll automatically feel lighter, more conscious than before. This experience in itself improves your mind, body's overall vibration and attitude, It is the most effective place for creating manifestations, creating into reality in the physical world. See, our natural state of being is the God we are. The center, the nucleus of that God that we are is a room, a space. It can be depicted any way you like. It can be designed any way you like. But it is vast. In this space is total silence. There is no noise. There is no chatter. There is no mind. Period. It is beyond consciousness. So like we talk about the heart-mind, overseeing the ego mind and eventually taking full charge and command, and the ego mind eventually dissipates after a brilliant fight not to, and it eventually vaporizes away. Well, this nucleus, this space within the center of the God that you are, is similar from the standpoint that you have pure consciousness. You are made, all of us are made, this planet, everything is made from pure consciousness. So, in the pure consciousness state of existence, we begin to realize that there is another higher level of existence. This higher level of existence is beyond consciousness. It is beyond it, which means that you can view consciousness, pure consciousness, engaged in creation. Spectacular, isn't it? But this is where, if we choose, we can eventually be. So what happens when we are aware that we literally, without a doubt, without a question, without disbelief, purely saturated in the understanding that everything in our existence, or this physical life that we want, is there? And how is it achieved effortlessly? And this has always been a little bit of a challenge for people to understand. If you help enough others, enough of the others, you will receive what you desire. It's always been about that. It's always been about the deep, and I'm talking about this physical life now. All right? We're talking about the physical life. Well, if you're in a physical form, like we are, doesn't it make sense that you aspire, you direct yourself to learn as much as you can about your God within you, and about yourself, about your body, about who and what you are? Doesn't it make sense so that you're able to maneuver in the physical body and really absolutely have a spectacular, playful, joyful existence in that body? Does it make sense? Now, all of us are imbued with this purity of high frequency. Every single one of us. Now, why aren't all of us in tremendous wealth, prosperity, health, joy, and happiness all the time? Why aren't we? Well, the reason is that we have become so absorbed into physicality that we have lost our sight and our vision of what it is we are truly here to do. And first, it's for ourselves. If we don't understand who we are and what we are, we don't forgive ourselves completely, without question or doubt, if we eliminate all of our past baggage of guilt, fear, anguish, sorrow that we drag with us through life, if we don't completely forgive ourselves, love ourselves completely, every aspect of ourselves, then we're going to have difficulty maneuvering in certain ways in these bodies and also acquiring or receiving the life that we truly desire. Remember that you, each and every one of you, can change the particles of the quantum existence. You affect particles in this universe by how you view, you believe, and you think. Now imagine that you get to a point, as you have chosen to get to, no one else, you, that you get to a point and you determine, after some conflict with the ego mind, to certain extensities, that you begin to realize that I'm not in here. This isn't what I desire. This is not something that I care to entertain. See? So you pursue everything within you. You find your bliss, your joy. It's like when you're doing something in the physical world and you find a joy. What is the joy? The joy is what you're doing is absolutely fun, and you feel absolutely enlightened doing it. You see what I mean? Now, picture this. That this civilization is transforming. We all know that. Okay? Be careful not to be trapped back into the 3D world. Because easy for us, because we've been there so long. So, what is a trap? To get tied up in the same old, but different wrappings and different packages. But the same content that we've always been tied up in. We get tied up in those things, and we forget the fact that why would we continue to play here? Why would we continue to operate here? It isn't what we desire, and it is our natural state of being. So we leave it. People say, how can you do that? You can get in the car and drive away. No, you leave it. It's that simple. You start to direct your thoughts through the heart-mind, and you begin to realize that I'm here to serve life, the civilization. I'm here to assist and help everything possible that I can within my realm of what I can do, which is limitless. And by doing this, I'm literally attracting to myself of that which I desire. That's what you're doing. How can that be when you help others? You're helping others. What happens when you help others? Here's when you're helping others. We've talked about this many times. When you're helping others, we're part of each other. Whenever you find yourself overwhelmed, whenever you feel yourself totally, it's like, I'm so deep down emotionally, all of this is coming down around me. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should check out, leave the body. The reason sometimes some of us experience different degrees of emotional upheaval and pressure out of nowhere, okay? It just comes in and it builds and builds, is because it is the others on this planet, in it, above it, and below it, that we're being affected. You see? And it isn't us. It isn't you, as the allopathic system on this planet would dictate to be. It isn't you. It is the collective. It is the civilization. We're all connected to all particles and all existences. So that means that you're going to be affected by the condition of the civilization. It's an automatic. So when we understand and embrace this, we learn how to manage. Okay, this is coming in. This is not. It isn't me per se, but it is other parts of me, which is the civilization. And since I'm connected to all things, it's understandable that I'm experiencing this, so I know where it's coming from. To see, when I'm saying when you assist others or serve others, it doesn't mean you have to go out and do something. It means that your intent of loving yourself and loving others is being expanded. It means that when you look at the civilization as a whole, you do not judge it. Because if you judge the civilization, you're judging yourself. If you judge another, you're judging yourself. Say, if you ridicule another, you're ridiculing yourself. We are all one. We are part of each other. And I think the civilization doesn't quite get that yet. Not quite yet. So when people suffer, we suffer. When you're perfectly healthy, happy, and joyous, you will get tinges of the effects of the other particles of the one, the other particles of existence. See, and this is what happens with a lot of us, all of us, quite frankly, where we're in these spaces, in these situations, and we become confused because we don't understand where it's coming from. How many times have you said to yourself, I don't know why I'm feeling this way, I have no idea where it's coming from, I'm perfectly happy with my life, I am enjoying things, I'm advancing, I'm moving forward, but why is this all coming in? And then imagine, you have the plug that fits the socket, and you plug it in and you say, I know where it's coming from from the civilization. It's coming from all the other particles of existence, which I'm part of. So why wouldn't I be affected by it? Well, you cannot not be. So our intent is always for the one, which is all of us. It's for the one. Now, don't we desire for ourselves to have happiness, joy, bliss, and everything come out of us with the God we're in, out of that space, that grand room, in the nucleus of the God that we are, and where we can put things together and create and do anything we desire? It is, just imagine, when you feel something, see something happening in one part of the universe, you're actually directly impacting the quantum particles in another part of the universe. It's because this happens because everything is intertwined and energetically connected. Each of us are always impacting the quantum particles around us. And the real question for us is, are we projecting these particles onto the thoughts of what we want or what we don't want? Either way, okay? Because when any of you say, I do not want this, I do not want this to happen, I do not want that to happen, I don't want that, you're going to get it because you're creating, you're attracting that frequency, and you're affecting the quantum particles because you're directing your attention and feelings and thoughts to I don't want. So you be careful. So when you're projecting these particles onto the thoughts of what is in, be careful of what it is. Are the thoughts about what you do not want, or are the thoughts about what you do want? And our thoughts literally draw real solid things from the multiple possibilities in all existence. These are key, crucial areas for us. So, the energetic matrix. Understand everything in this universe, all creation, is part of an energetic matrix. It is finitely laid out in streams and strands of frequencies, particles, configurations, all, and it seems like a wired grid, if you will. And we are learning to maneuver it and beyond. So, holographic energetic matrix. If you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. The first thing that we desire to do and want to do is relax our bodies. So our bodies are going to relax. And from head to toe inside now, from dropping your shoulders and letting go of all the stress, worry, fear, anxiety, anxiousness that we attract, that we carry, and we can pick it up in 24 hours or an hour. We let it go. And when we're aware of this, then we know. Then we say, okay, I'm letting it go, body. Let's just relax. Let's just ease back into the God that we are and relax the body. As soon as we relax the body, we want to move into the now. And the now is all that we are and have ever been. We are not the past, and we are not the future. The past we have already experienced. It is dead. The future is not yet created because we're in the now creating that future. So in reality, everything happens in the now. We are supreme reality. So the now. We don't take our past, be enticed, reminisce, oh, I wish I could do that, have that, and bring it into our futures to end up creating our future from the dead past that we've already experienced, to relive it. We don't do that. Not saying it's bad or good. It's just something probably isn't a good idea. So in the now, in this very moment, you are traversing you. You are finitely designing in that big, massive space, that grand room in the nucleus of the God that you are, exactly what you desire. And you are continually creating, moving the particles of existence into play to create the very life that you desire, each and every one of us in our own way, in our own direction. It's a fact, absolute fact. And if you don't know, if you've never learned to drive a car, how can you go far distance until you learn how to drive the car? You, all of us, are learning way beyond. We're learning how to literally direct the universe in our favor. So as we relax the body and we're in the now, we want to breathe. And we want to breath in through our noses, very nice, great, nice breath in, and breath out through our mouths. We want to do this about 6 times or more while I'm talking. And as we do breath in, really understand what your breath is. It is power. It is energy. It is frequency. And you are able to maneuver it consciously. So as you bring the air, the oxygen, the nitrogen, all of it in, you pull it through the sacral chakra, up through the center of your body, up through the throat chakra, into the head, into your brain cavity, up in the cranial, your skull cap, and you take that breath and you form it into liquid. And the liquid, you then allow it to spread and saturate the pineal gland. And once you do that, the pineal gland begins to expand and specify. The pineal gland is your gateway while in physical form for you to literally, consciously interact with all the particles of the universe, all the particles of existence. So you do this, and then you literally breath it out, so it comes out through the crown chakra, back down, around, out, in, up, down, around, out, back in, up, down, around, up, back in, out, down, around. And by doing this, we're focusing our direction, our imagination, and our understanding that we are moving the frequencies of existence into favor of our desire on which we want. Obviously, we all know that we have an ego mind, and the ego mind is literally there to try to divert our attention from ourselves, to divert our attention from who and what we are, to constantly direct us outside of ourselves, to constantly want and have. Want, and have. And it's never satisfied. This is why so many on this planet become so exhausted before it's time to leave the body that they wish to leave it prematurely, because they've never really taken the understanding within their hearts to know that this is a phenomenal, fantastic, wonderful existence, and we are the ones who create it, whatever it may be. Nothing else does. We do. And serving ourselves and each other and deep eternal gratitude is the way that we do this. It's the way that it comes in. It's the way that it is generated. The way, the Tao. It is the way. And we are the one. We also know that we are with our heart, mind, and the God within us. Divine perfection housed within these physical constructs, these bodies. And we're one. So we have others that are part of us and that are with us all the time. The archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, and the archetypes. All of these angels are from a different civilization that vibrate at a higher frequency. And they hold the frequency of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love and the highest and deepest, eternal gratitude. And there's trillions of them. And, you know, as many as 50, 60,000 can surround one of us at any time. They're able to contain massive numbers in a small space because of the frequencies that they are at. They appear at times to show us, to give us messages, to give us the understanding of truly, if you really want to know what really everything's about, you continue the journey within, and you will then know what everything's about. We also have the Ascended Masters. These are those who have ascended out of physical form and hold God form. And what is the God form? It's pure consciousness, pure deep eternal love, deep eternal gratitude. It's part of us. So can you actually say that the Ascended Masters are advanced beings of knowledge of mastering ascension, knowing what ascension is, enlightenment, you know, continually maintaining a state of bliss beyond the body and embracing the God that you are out of the body? Or is it that we experience what they experience and they experience what we experience, and since we are all one and we're all connected to all the particles, quantum levels of the universes, that we experience what they experience? We have not connected enough to understand that, but we will. They are of the highest of deepest eternal love from the highest of deepest eternal love and the highest of deepest eternal gratitude. We're all here. We've all come here in this meditation to serve all particles of existence, to assist in increasing the vibrational frequencies of ourselves, therefore affecting all of the vibrational frequencies of everything around us and beyond. So we form a circle of light, if you will, a halo. This is a brilliant light. It is so brilliant and bright that it grays out darkness of space. Now, this light is hovering around, we form around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia. In other words, we're hugging the planet. I guess the best way to put it. We're embracing her, see? And we're assisting her. That doesn't mean that she cannot take care of herself. It doesn't mean that she's not capable of doing it herself. It is that we're all one. So it is a natural state of being to assist her in deep eternal love and deep eternal gratitude in any way we possibly can. By doing this, we are assisting ourselves and each other, and all life, and all particles of existence. This is very finite of an understanding and comprehension, which we are grasping and beginning to connect with it. So we begin to levitate up over the planet. We notice that there is a gossamer field that surrounds everything, that floods and saturates and bathes everything. And the gossamer field, you can kind of see through it, and it has all these brilliant colors and reflections and glitters and everything. And we notice that it's got this emerald green flaming healing light that Archangel Raphael carries. And this is a column that reminds us that we are the power of healing. Eventually, guys, we will heal ourselves. We will stay young ourselves. We will be healthy ourselves. And we have the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column to remind us of our power. We are omnipotently powerful beings, and we have a magnificent resolve and a unfathomable strength. And we have the white fire. And this is a column that reminds us of our armor. In our armor, this white fire lays very comfortably on us, and it is the highest frequency, which is the highest of deepest eternal love and deepest eternal gratitude. And no low dark matter frequency can hold itself nearer that white fire, which is pure consciousness. And it will either evaporate and be no more, or it will flee. Now, this high frequency, all of us carry it, and it is our choosing. No one else's, ours. So, if and when we are seduced accidentally or unknowingly into the lower dark matter frequencies or lower vibrational frequencies long enough, we will then open the door to those lower frequencies. Now, we have the purple transmuting flame. This is a tower column that reminds us that we can, when that happens, we bring in the purple transmuting flame. We transmute all of these lower frequencies into neutralized substance, which means they become inert, and we send it all back to the great central sun, or source creation. It goes back into pure consciousness. See? And we're all pure consciousness, all of us, everything. So it is our collective understanding that we repurpose it. There's not this big, huge sun sitting somewhere out in space that just absorbs all this stuff. It's we, all of us, the one, determine what it happens to this substance and how it's repurposed. You see? We also can bring in the violet ray, which is a column that reminds us to purify the area that we just used the purple transmuting flame with, of low frequencies. Therefore, bringing us back up into a higher frequency of the deepest eternal love and the deepest eternal gratitude. See how it works? This isn't a fantasy, it's a reality. Then we have the emerald gray, or the golden white pink light of source creation. That which created prime source creator God, that which created mother father God, masculine, feminine, and source creation, us, out of pure deep eternal love. That's the column that reminds us of what we are, the essence that we are. We also see this massive, massive column that is several times larger than this planet, and it literally is cascading. It looks like a waterfall of pure reflective light that's bathing everything on the planet, inside and out, above and below. It's saturating every physical body, everything, bathing, flooding of the highest of deepest eternal love and the highest of deepest eternal gratitude. This is nonstop. Where does it come from? Us, all of us, everyone, the archangels, the sent masters, all of us, it comes from. And as we continue to move above the planet, those of us carrying physical forms step out of the body, and we immediately call on all the light energy beings who are in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Only those who are consciously carrying that they are of the highest of the deepest eternal love from the highest of the deepest eternal love and the highest of deepest eternal gratitude can join us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, and benevolence. And they come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex fills this entire universe. They come in the trillions of Gugaplexes from every direction, arm in arm, hand in hand, their gods with our gods with theirs, and they are with us in this now, in this meditation, this circle of light. They're of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and we're all of the highest of deepest eternal love. We are all one. We are all love. We are all pure consciousness. And our God light energy continues to intensify and continues to expand. We call upon all of the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, beneath earth, many, many, many civilizations, and only those who are consciously aware of the highest of deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest of deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-negativity, non-ego, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, and benevolence. And they come in the billions. arm in arm, hand in hand, their gods with our gods with theirs. And they are with us in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. They're of the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude and the highest and deepest eternal love. We are of the highest of deepest eternal gratitude and the highest of deepest eternal love. And we are all one. And we are all love. And we are all pure consciousness. And our God light energy continues to intensify and continues to expand and is absolutely everywhere. We call upon all of the galactics and off-worlders, many, many, many civilizations. Just a fraction of our familiarity with those civilizations, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, and the Syrians. Only those who are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence. And they come in the billions. They have been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. Their gods with our gods with theirs, arm in arm, hand in hand. They are with us in this now, in this meditation, the circle of light. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude and the highest of deepest eternal love. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude and the highest of deepest eternal love. And we are all one. We are all love. We are all pure consciousness. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere, continues to intensify, and continues to expand. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this life and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware of being of the highest, deepest eternal love, from the highest, deepest eternal love, and the highest and deepest eternal gratitude, join us in this meditation, in this now, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand, their gods with our gods with theirs. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude and the highest of deepest eternal love. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude and the highest of deepest eternal love. And we are all one. We are all love. We are all pure consciousness. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere, continues to intensify and continues to expand. We call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be in the following forms on, in, above, and below this planet Earth Gaia, in this now, in this circle of light, in this meditation. Just to name a few of them: the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And only those who are consciously of awareness of the highest of deepest eternal love from the highest of deepest eternal love and the highest of deepest eternal gratitude can join us in this meditation, this now, in this circle of light. They're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind. Kindness, gentleness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence. They come in the trillions. Shapes, colors, size, forms, configurations of which many we have never seen before. Arm in arm, hand in hand, their gods with our gods with theirs. They are with us in this now, in this meditation, in this circle of light. They are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude and of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love. We are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude and the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love. We are all one, we are all love, and we are all pure consciousness. And our God-light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever, and it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. This sphere says center circle. We created this sphere over 2 years ago. It houses all of our meditations in perpetual motion. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of meditations, all vibrant, intensifying, and expanding of the highest of the deepest eternal love and the highest of deepest eternal gratitude and pure consciousness. It floods, saturates, and bathes everything. This is why it can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. It floods us nonstop. Massive. Feel it. Saturate you. Transforming us in the understanding and the connection and the true clarity of who and what we are. We are the connection of all particles by a form of holographic energetic matrix. We are connected to everything. Therefore, we sense, feel through pure consciousness all forms of existence, all particles of existence, all connections lead to each and every one of us. And the pure consciousness and the grand room within the nucleus of the gods that we are. We look down upon this planet Earth, Gaia, also all of this civilization, all life, the highest value in all the universes, is being transformed. It is being levitated, lifted in the very frequencies. We affect all of it. And our intensity and expansion that continues is lifting this planet Earth, Gaia, the civilization of her, into a higher existence, a higher frequency, a love that is forever, a kindness and gentleness that is eternal, that we experience this paradise that we have created. It is here, and it has been formed. And all we have to do or choose to do is embrace it. It is our choice. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. permeates more of us more and more, and we begin to embrace and understand many things that have been kept from us for a very long time. We carry it throughout the day and the evening and night, following morning. This is who we are in the true essence of our existence and through our creation and pure consciousness. This is why we are having everything that's occurring right now, no matter what the external authority explains to the civilization is going on. Once we take command, once we embrace the mastership of our existence, then you will truly, we all will experience together the complete bliss of creation and the transformation of all things on, above, and below this planet Earth Gaia. We'll be back here tomorrow to continue the Global Guided Meditation Call at 3 p.m. Eastern, April 8th, 2020, Wednesday. And we'll also have a TFCC, which is a Time for Change call, at 9 p.m. tomorrow night, Wednesday, April 8th, 2020, Eastern Time. And we're going to talk a lot about our bodies. And we're going to talk a lot about our relationship and our power of authority within the matrix, and how to move outside of the matrix.